Imagine an elderly man in a quiet Vermont nursing home, John, who's just been told he might never walk again. His daughter watches with clenched fists, not because of the injury, but because the doctor's just focused on fixing his broken leg, ignoring what he really needs, dignity and purpose in his shrinking world. What if all our medical advances only solve part of the problem? What if how we die matters as much as how we live? Doctors are visionaries at saving lives but stumble when faced with the inevitable. Here, SY medicine, for all its miracles, often fails to address mortality. John, the man in Vermont, was placed in a sterile nursing home where his fractured leg was patched but his spirit was. The staff constantly did things for him, rather than with him, stripping away his independence inch by inch. His daughter noticed how the place felt more like a prison than a refuge. John was alive but not really living. Think of medicine like a powerful flashlight in a dark cave. It spots fractures, infections, and injuries, illuminating solutions, but once you reach the end of the cave, the light flickers. Gowan explains that this fierce focus on fixing means we often neglect the emotional landscape, fear, identity, control. It's like having a sharp scalpel but no map for the heart's terrain. This mindset shifts everything. Success isn't just survival or avoiding death, but ensuring life feels meaningful when time is limited. Gowan pushes us to redefine victory not as endless extension but as quality and choice at the end. Faced with brutal truths, patients and families wrestle with choices medicine rarely frames properly. Here's how honest conversations change everything. In a pivotal scene, Gowan meets Sarah, a patient with aggressive cancer. Instead of bombardment with options, he asks what she fears most. It's not death, but loss of control and dignity. This simple question cracks open a conversation that steers treatment toward what really matters to her, not just more chemo, but days with joy. Advanced care planning is like creating a personalized map for the unknown. It lets patients chart a course, who they want by their side, what interventions they'd accept or refuse. Far from morbid paperwork, it's a treasure that eases fear and empowers families when emotions run high. This process transforms dreaded choices into thoughtful decisions. Patients often opt for quality time with loved ones, pain management, or home comfort. Gowan shows that accepting mortality isn't surrender, it's claiming control over how your story ends. What if nursing homes and hospitals built their spaces and schedules around human needs, not efficiency? Gowan explores innovations reshaping final chapters. Gowan visits a nursing home pioneering the Eden alternative, a concept born from the belief that loneliness, helplessness, and boredom are the three plagues of aging. Instead of sterile halls, you find gardens, pets, community dinners, and spontaneous music. Residents like Ruth rediscover joy and purpose, proving environment can heal the soul even when the body's failing. Imagine a tiny home community instead of a big institution. These small, home-like settings allow personalized routines, daily choices, and deep relationships. They flip the narrative from patients waiting passively to people thriving socially and emotionally until their final days. Ultimately, Gowan argues that death isn't just a medical event but a life story's last chapter, one that benefits from integrity, connection, and joy. When care centers on human needs, not just protocols, dying becomes less a crisis and more a completion of a meaningful journey. Remember John, trapped in that somber nursing home? Gowan's journey shows that medicine alone can't fix what dying really demands: meaning, choice, and connection. Next time you or a loved one faces hard medical decisions, try this. Ask not just what can we fix, but what do I need to live fully right now? That question changes everything. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.